Okay, Mr. Wali Wasim, I'm here to take your interview for the role you applied for, graduate engineer for Oil and by consultancies. So let's start your interview. Tell us about yourself, who you are, where you come from. My name is Walid Wasim and I come from Karachi, Pakistan. I've done mechanical engineering back in my home country and I'm doing masters in mechanical engineering from University of Wollongong. The reason behind me choosing engineering was simply due to the fact that I've always had a curiosity about how things work out mechanically, and I've also had a particular interest in the field of thermodynamics and heat transfer and how heat transfers from one media to another and all the stuff about heat transfer and thermodynamics. I've always been interested in those, and I'm also my introduction would be incomplete without me telling you about I'm a massive Arsenal Football Club fan and also a Team McLaren guy. Okay, so now can you please describe a time when you have used your technical competence to solve a problem which resulted in a positive productive outcome? Yeah, sure. When back in my home country, when I was working as an HVAC engineer, I was appointed as a project manager for a commissioning of a boiler in a pharmaceutical company. The boiler was installed, commissioned on time, on budget, and it started working fine. But after some days, the company, uh, the pharmaceutical company, called our company that the water distillation plant was not working properly. So I was sent in to have a look, and I knew that the piping system was done by the subcontractors. So, and I was pretty confident about our company's product. So when I went in there, I had a look. I immediately found out that the steam water separator was used of substandard quality, and due to this fact, water droplets were accumulated in the piping system, and this resulted in a loss of pressure, which hampered the operation of uh, water distillation plant. So I immediately informed about my findings to my own company and the client, and the subcontractor was informed immediately. The subcontractor accepted this and accepted to change the part. Uh, so I was quite appreciated by my company and the client both for my efforts, and this this experience of my life also taught me one thing, that not every problem has to be dealt with using complex solutions and techniques, but by simply using common sense. Okay, so good. The other question would be: company is known for managing multiple projects, resolving a diverse range of problems. Can you give us an example of when you have worked to make a process or situation better or more efficient? What did you do and what was the outcome? For this question, I could give you an example from my professional experience, but I'd like to give you a more personal experience I had recently. Uh, I'm an engineer, so I've studied that um, anything changes with respect to either time or space. The space aspect of changing can be controlled because it's in X, Y, or Z direction, so you can control the position of the object, but the time, it cannot be controlled. But the time can be is actually better managed. You can't control time. So when I came into Australia, uh, it was a completely new experience living alone. So, and when I came in, I got my visa a bit late. So when I came in, the the next day were my classes. So uh, it was really hard settling in, finding accommodation, finding a job. So my life at that point was a complete mess, and I actually started pondering a return back to my home country. But I've always loved challenges, always. So what I thought was, the real problem here is I'm not able to manage my time. So I literally started calculating my timetable, like what activities am I doing more what activities I could give less time to, and stuff like that. And yeah, once I actually managed my timetable according to my studies, my work, and my uh, daily routine activities, it immediately started to show off. Like uh, my life became really settled, smooth, and I was really happy. And that and then I started to settle in Australia. Okay, Mr. Wali. So the next question would be about a company is known for manage. Sorry, this position. Oh, sorry, this question has already been asked. So the other question is this position requires you to work in a small team with people from diverse backgrounds. Can you describe a time where you have worked in a team effectively? Yeah, yeah, I've worked in teams, small teams, large teams throughout my life, throughout my schooling, my university days, even in University of Wollongong, even in my professional days and back in my home country. But one particular experience I would like to share with you is when I was working in my final year project back in Pakistan. Since my city is huge, um, people from different cultural backgrounds were included from different provinces, and also different educational background. Like uh, what our project was about, designing and fabrication of an all-terrain vehicle based on the based on the guidelines set by Baha SA, Society of Automotive Engineers, which is a global competition held in USA and Korea. So, since the project was so huge, we had guys from engineering department, electronics department, also from management department, and also accounting department. So, uh, the team was quite huge. The whole group was actually subdivided into three groups: unsprung mass, sprung mass, and powertrain and power generation. So these three, and also there was another group from marketing and finance, which was tasked in to bring in finances for the project. So the main objective of the project was decided in the start, that since our university or any university from our country hasn't ever competed in a global events like Baha SA or Formula SA. So the main objective of the project was to be able to build the car and be able to compete it, whether it be competitive or not. Uh, Once our design was sent to Korea, Baha SA Korea, like once we had taken it to Korea, we would have shown that we are also able to compete in global events, and then our students, future batches would have been able to further develop our design and evolve the design. So the main objective was set that we had to go and compete. Like any other project, we had our ups and downs, and the budget that was set for the project was the marketing and finance team wasn't able to meet. It was so immediately we had to do cost cutting in order to complete the project, and we were able to do that just by using techniques like different techniques, like we used we actually built a differential, a spool drive from by using a simple bike spool drive, and welding it to uh, a simple shaft and stuff like that. And we use many different techniques, cost saving techniques. So we were able to build and develop the car, and we actually took the car to Korea, competed in the competition, and the car is still in our university and it is a pride for our university. So this is one of the most challenging projects I ever undertook with a team. So Oh, good, good, Mr. Wali. Now, Mr. Wasim, the final question is, your interview is almost over. So, do you have any questions for us, or that you want us to clarify? Yeah, I've got one question about the role, and that is how, that is about what would be my. You already listed out in the advertisement the major responsibilities if I get selected in the role. But what would be my secondary responsibilities in the role, and also about also could you please tell me about a little bit about the company culture, and that's it. That's it. So yeah, the company culture will be defined by the interview. Thank you.